front of the 344?
This is the ordinance for the special event permit.
Okay, can you
Okay,
possibly
which-
see if there's a ordinance under section 4-2.2?
Yep.
Oh, I stopped by to see Jeff Klein.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Jeffrey?
Is that architect extraordinaire?
No, boy.
For
Scary.
another hour-long meeting?
No, it's gonna be fast.
Is that right? How you doing this
Good,
morning?
how are you?
I'm good. So, what do you got?
All right, so.
Ordinance 2.2 is our solicitors.
Okay. Can I have a copy of that also? So now here's a question for you.
Well, let me do this.
No, absolutely.
That's your question.
Absolutely.
Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning. How's everybody doing? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
All right, so this is the solicitor's ordinance.
Perfect.
Now, you said you had a question?
I do have a question. So under the special events permit definition, under D, it says persons, in quotation, shall mean any person, firm, partnership, association, group of 2 or more people, corporation, company, or organization of any kind. Now it's just going to be me,
Well, then you would be a person.
but it would be group of 2 or more people.
What are you looking to do?
Protest.
It would be a person, comma, a firm, comma, a partnership, comma, an association, comma, a group of 2 or more people, comma, a corporation.
Means any person, right? Any person, comma, which is in definition, firm, partnership,
No,
association.
person shall mean person, and firm, and partnership, and association, and a group of 2 or more people, and a corporation.
Okay, now here's my question
That's
to you.
how I'm interpreting
Okay,
it.
so now here's a question to you.
Yes.
Now, under my First Amendment, I have the right to free speech, correct?
That was the First Amendment.
Right. So now, if I have the rights of free speech, why do I have to request a permit to do so?
I'm not equipped to answer these questions.
I can help
tell
you
you,
out.
I can.
That'd be great.
Do you know our police chief?
No, I don't. How are you?
How are you? What's your name?
I'd rather remain
Al
anonymous.
French, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know.
I guess you've been following.
I know everything.
I'm sure.
So you're looking to have a little protest or to give something. Are you staying stationary?
No.
You're going to move around?
I am going to be moving around,
Okay.
which I'll be traveling within
The town.
the town,
The town.
which I have the right to do.
Right. No, I'm not here to. I'm
No. I'm just trying to find out what I'm not allowed to do. So I'm just understanding as of right now, I have the right to travel. I have an American flag,
Then you can walk around with the American flag,
but I will also be having another flag.
as long as it's not offensive to most people. What's the other?
I have the right to do so. Whether they're offended or not is another
Well,
story.
Here's the thing. I want to make sure you're safe and that they're safe. 'Cause
That's fine.
we've
But as
had-
long as I'm not confronting anybody, then I have the right to
Well,
do so.
If in the perfect world, yeah. But the thing is, if it becomes a disturbance or a problem.
But
then we
how would it
have to-
become a problem if I have the right to be able to do so?
What I'm saying is the flag may be offensive and it may. I don't know what the flag is.
It's the American flag, or let me rephrase that. It's the black and blue flag, or black and white flag with the blue line across the middle.
of the American flag. Okay.
No, it's not the American flag. My American flag is red, white, and blue.
Black and blue flag.
It's the black and white flag with the blue line across the middle.
I don't know what that represents.
And from my understanding, it represents a lot of things, and I will be explaining it upon my march.
All right. Well, and you understand you can't disturb people. You
I
can't
understand that I cannot
yourself on
confront
people.
anybody,
Right.
but I have the right to
Sure.
travel
Yeah,
amongst
right.
the public.
And my goal is to make sure it's done safely. You know, that's my
Right.
whole purpose. So, for now, you're okay without a permit, but once you develop a group or a following, if
Now, people have the right to be able to come to me and question me.
Well,
They have they have the right.
It's once they join you.
Oh no, absolutely. If anyone joins me, then it becomes an event.
Right.
But they also have the right to do so also.
Right, but then here we go. The definition of what an event is.
But regardless of whether it's an event or not, they have the right to petition also. So if they're petitioning what I'm petitioning,
But
we're separate entities.
Right. But they're not going to be in a group. If you're in a group or more, then you need a permit.
So again, my question is that if they're protesting something that I am protesting, but we're different entities, we're two different people.
You can't be grouped up.
So what is considered a group?
Two or more.
Within how many distance? Within how much distance? Is this a group?
It's officer discretion and my discretion at that point. So if you have 5 people and you can smile all you want, you know, and you're grouped up, and then that's a problem.
Right, but if I was walking with other people, just walking down the street, not protesting, we would be a group also. So I would need an event permit for that also?
Correct.
Really?
Yeah.
So if it was just 5 people walking from my house,
Some
wait, hold on.
examples.
I got a quick question. If it was 5 people, including myself, walking from my house, right, to the store up the block, let's say Kohl's, right, and it's a 1.5 mile distance, and all 5 of us are happening to wear the same colors, whether it be blue and gray, whether it be gray and black, whether it be blue and yellow, whatever the colors are, we are all walking down the street, right? Then we need a permit for us walking from one location to another, not causing a disturbance, not coming to anybody, not.
Okay. You grab your papers.
Pay my water bill. That's my address. I don't know what my store was.
I'd rather stay out here. This is like public area.
This is a public area. The meeting room. Okay. So the deal is, here's the thing. If you're like trying to.
I'm trying to have understanding and a baseline.
Okay.
There has to be a baseline somewhere. So if there's a
Here's the
baseline
thing.
for
If
that,
there's 5 people in a group wearing the same colors and they're saying something, doing something, that's considered
they're not saying a word. They're just walking from one place to another.
I'm just saying you're gonna draw attention to yourself. And
But
and
that's
somebody's
against the
gonna-
law?
No, I'm not saying it, well, if you let me finish talking,
My apologies.
what's gonna happen is you're gonna draw attention to yourself,
Right.
right? 5 people wearing the same color, right? Somebody makes a phone call on that, you're gonna have contact with a police officer.
But that means what?
It means.
That means I have to give you my information?
Yes.
No, it does not.
Yes, it
No, it does not. This is
But
not a
now-
stop and
now
ID
you're
state.
open- now
This is
you're
not a
open.
stop and ID state.
Now
Just
you're-
because someone
you're just-
called, just
yeah,
because someone
yeah,
called you
yeah, it
does
does.
not, no, under what law?
Under the investigation.
That does not mean I have to give you my ID.
Oh, now you're just trying to.
No,
Yeah.
no, this is not a stop and ID state. This is not a stop and ID state, sir.
You're not catching what I'm throwing. You're looking for what you want to find here.
No, this is not a stop and ID state. So with that being said, you cannot have the right to stop me and investigate what I am doing and request.
somebody
You're
calls.
requesting. You are requesting for my ID. It's not a law. You're requesting.
Right.
Just because you're requesting, I can deny. I can deny.
Yes, it depends on what your actions are. If
Right.
you're just walking, that's fine.
Right, but if
And
then
people
someone
call,
calls, it does
you
not
can
matter.
multiple
It's
calls.
not a stop and ID
All right,
state.
I think we're done. You're just looking for
My
a
question-
certain answer. You're
Is
not-
it a stop and ID state?
No.
So
but
if it's
what
if it's not a
I'm
stop,
telling you,
what is
though,
stop and ID?
What I'm telling you.
What
I'm
is stop
not
and
a-
ID?
I'm not here to debate the law.
My
or
question
anything
is,
else.
what is stop and ID? Because if you were to stop me, I'm going to debate this with you.
No, because.
Yes, absolutely, sir.
Depending on your activity. If you're just walking, we're gonna tell you to knock it off and to separate.
Right, but
Because you're
if that
creating
gentleman were to
disturbance.
call you, that does not mean you have the right to stop and ID
To
me.
a certain point. In the beginning, we don't, but if we get multiple calls.
It does not mean you have the
depending on
right
what
to stop.
The activity you're doing.
So, what makes it the right to stop and ID me if this is not a stop and ID state?
Once we determine that there's some sort of act that's.
What is the
taking
act?
place.
What is the
It could be
criminal act?
Disorderly conduct.
Under what? What is the
Under the
disorderly conduct?
statute.
What is
Under the
disorderly
statute.
conduct? So now that is my question.
Any behavior that is abnormal or creates a substantial risk or alarm to the community.
That does not. All right. I'm gonna research that. I'll come back to you on that.
That's okay. That's not the.
No, that is the issue.
That's the base of it.
No, because
The
Bob
verbiage, I don't know
Flisser
the
versus
verbiage.
Flemington Borough, there was an issue about this in 2005.
Right, and he lost.
No, he won. Under the
No,
state Supreme Court, it went back and they reversed the decision in 2005. I have the case law.
Okay, that's fine.
So this is why I'm trying to
Ultimately,
debate this. Ultimately, he won. At Supreme Court, he won.
Okay,
Ultimately.
right. And we're actually in the middle of changing our
Which is why I'm trying to find out what it is currently, so while it is current, I can do as it states.
well, yeah, you gotta abide by it.
Right,
I mean,
so
he didn't abide by it.
That's incorrect, because if that was the case, why did the Supreme Court change the decision?
I don't remember it off the top of my head if they.
I have the case law. Would you like me to pull it up?
I don't need to see it.
But that's what this is my discussion, which is why I'm trying to find out how it's impeding or disorderly, as you were stating, when
Depends on the event and what's going on.
I'll get back to
And,
that. Sir.
and the crowd and everything else, okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right, best of luck.
Your name again?
Chief Rotella.
Chief Rosella?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.